to show you 2 hold downs, okay, and then we'll get you to do some basic grab defences. Okay, so if you could lie down with your head facing the body. So 2 basic holds: kesekatami, which is your scarf hold. Right, so the weight actually comes across the chest in a scarf. Okay, so controlling this arm is the key. Okay, so this one goes underneath your armpit, underneath the head. Okay, so the feet are separated, so you have a base, so you're able to move around if you need to. Right, this one here, nice and high, and you're gripping hold of the arm, and you're pulling it up underneath your armpit. That's the controlling factor. And this hand can go on the arm as well. If they get the arm out, they can get out of the hold. Okay, there's a couple others as well, but that's the main thing. Also, by grabbing this arm, can you see how I'm lifting the head? Okay, as I actually raise the head, it actually strengthens the hold. Right. Okay, the other one is Munakatami. Now, it's not called Munakatami because you're mooning people, although that's the position you're in. Okay, you're actually just laying on the chest and you're just basically hugging the arm. Just controlling the arm. Again, it's just chest to chest.
Keep pushing them?
Yeah, if you want to lock the weight down, your hips actually come down and that locks the weight. And you can actually, it's amazing how much sort of pressure you can actually apply from just actually dropping your hips.
We've got a few dead in those.
Yeah, I know, it's okay. I don't mind. Right, so has anyone ever seen the principles of basically holding the person down? Alright, so if I control on the head and the shoulders, I can control the person. Okay, so if I put 2 fingers on the head, right, and he tries to get up, sit up. Can't sit up, get up.
I can't.
You can't, exactly right. Right, so all I'm doing, as long as I control that part of the body, they can't actually sit up, because actually all movement is actually created from the head. And the head moves, the shoulders move, the neck moves, everything sort of moves, flowing from the head down the rest of the body. If you control that part of it, you physically can't get up. Right, you can actually get a 5-year-old kid with basically 2 fingers on your head and you cannot get up. Right, it's very, very powerful. Right, so that's all you're doing. You're just controlling across the chest and making sure you've got control of the head.
I thought it was a shed.
The shed. Yeah.
Shed.
That's right.
The shed. The shed.
He's being chewed. Okay. He's just being chewed. I meant to say chest and another word started to come out. So I just give himself. Right, so kesekatami, Munakatami. Okay, pop up. They're reasonably simple. You would have done some of the wrist grabs before. Okay, so wrist grab from the same side. Right, so this is the controlling point here. So you're actually turning to this point, driving your elbow to your hips, and then using your body. Right, so move from the hips. Okay, so that's the same side. Okay, if you find that they've got a really, really strong grip, there's no problems with actually doing this, grabbing your own hand and tearing it out as well. Okay, it works as well. Same side, so opposite sides now. So this time, instead of turning the hand this way, I'm going to turn the hand so the palm's up. Right, again, this way. Right, so I'm moving the same sort of direction. I'm just moving towards the pinching point of the fingers when I'm doing the technique. Right, 2 hands. Works exactly the same way. Don't punch yourself in the face. I've seen it happen, it's funny, but I don't necessarily have to see every single night. Okay? So I'm actually doing exactly the same thing. Alright, it's just pulling through the fingers when I'm doing the technique. Alright? 1 on each hand. Now I've seen it a couple of different ways. The kids like this one, stepping forward and just smacking the hands together. Okay? The thing in reality is, unless you really catch the person off guard, they've got too much arm strength and you can't really do it. It's not really realistic. Okay? The ones from underneath are more realistic. Okay, so you can actually turn your hands and actually do this way. Okay, sideways again, that'll work perfectly fine. The wrist grab is my favourite way, the wrist lock. You're coming underneath, doesn't matter what hand you choose, you're coming underneath one of your own hands and you're grabbing hold of the thumb. You know, with a wrist lock. It's the easiest one. It'll work every single time. So it doesn't really matter what side you do. Right, you can hold the person as well. Right, it's a really nice tool. Right. Okay, so that's your basic wrist. So just work with the wrist and your hold downs to start with, and I'll show you a few more of the other ear grabs, and stuff. Okay.